fuck it moment for me is pretty much kind of like every time I perform now. It's more like you practice so much and you're at the show, you know what, fuck it, let's just be loose and let it go from there and just have a good time, and it just works out. You know, that's kind of like the fuck it shit for me. Like every day it's kind of like, if I'm at a show, I'm like, wow, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I'm just having a good time. Fuck it is part of my life. Don't give a fuck. Just, you know, let God talk through you. You know, with all that practice, it's the universe can use you now to heal people. I guess my biggest lesson in life was just losing the world competition. You know, I went to the finals. Like every competition, I was like, okay, we started off in the Bay Area. So I was like, I ain't gonna lose, I'm just gonna do my best. And I won that one. I was like, okay. Then I went to the West Coast competition. I was like, oh, these guys in LA gonna kick our ass. I'm just gonna practice my hardest, you know, and just do my best. I don't care if I win or lose. And I won that one, the West Coast. So I was a West Coast champion. I was like, oh, damn, I'm going to the US. So now I was in the US, and I was like, oh, hell no. The best DJs in the world are in the US. I ain't gonna win that. I'm just gonna practice my best. And I won that one. So I was a US champion. I was like, oh, damn, I'm going to the World Finals. And then I went to the World Finals, and it was elimination. You have to battle like 40 countries to get into the top 10 or whatever. And I was like, oh, hell no, I ain't gonna win this. This is like too many good DJs here. I'm just gonna practice. I practiced, boom, 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 and I won that. I won the eliminations. I was like, oh, damn, I'm in the finals. And I said, I'm gonna win this. I don't need to practice. And I lost because I didn't practice. So it taught me to be humble. From my experience of not practicing, I gotta practice a lot now, because if you don't practice, you know, just everything falls apart. You know, I had to stay like humble and keep being a student. So I practice even more nowadays. So I got this little portable thing in the hotel room, practice with that. I even brought my little fader right here. When I'm walking around, just go, so I can keep my wrist loose. I'm stretching, I'm eating good. I try to drink a lot of water, and I eat like organic and healthy, sustainable food just to keep my mind clear, all for the art, and, you know, being a channel to the higher spirits to get that music out to make people happy. What keeps me driven is just, man, there's infinity of stuff in the brain, you know, in the mind. It's like, damn, I want to get it all out, you know, and all these flows. I'm like, damn, every time I practice, it's like, oh, damn, there's a new thing there. And I want people to hear that. And it's like, oh, check this out, there's another one. But if I don't practice, then I won't be driven and be like, you'd be stuck. Like, man, I got a mental block. That's because you ain't practicing. You know, get to it. And I hate to be corny again, but your spirit guys are always there to help you and give you inspiration. The reason why I got into the spiritual stuff is all because of the art. You know, I was like learning about scratching, like what's the highest form of this, what's the highest form of that, and it just all kept leading back to, you know, the spiritual aspect of music and connecting with God. And it was that led me to, this is actually pretty interesting. Like if I apply this to my scratching, it sounds better and it sounds more like heavenly. And what are we doing this for? We're here to heal people. You know, we're not like, yeah, check out my shit. Yeah, what's up? I'm about to attack these motherfuckers. It's not like that. We're here to make the world a better place. And we're like fucking a hospital. You know what I mean? It's like music takes you to this place. Like, oh, I want to live in this sound. You know what I mean? And it makes you, it just changes you, makes you happy. And then there's a science where it's like if you're angry and pissed off and stressed out, your you know, that spring, the coil or whatever, your DNA strand, it like falls apart. But if you're happy and you feel good, and it just tightens up, and you know, all your shit is all together, you know. So it's like that music does the same thing. It makes people not have cancer, you know what I mean? Not age and stuff. And it's a beautiful thing to be in that world where you're like a shaman, you know, helping people and learning to help people. So it's not like you're like some dude on a pedestal. Now you're like it's like you're a chef serving people, like or like a servant helping others. You know, the ultimate happiness, I always want to know what the ultimate happiness is. It's giving, right? The ultimate evil is selfishness. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna keep giving, because the more I give, the more comes back. You know, there's this like law of the universe, which is whatever you put out there, it's gonna come back to you. So if you keep on making people happy, it's gonna make you happy. So that's kind of like what I'm in search of. You know, how can I keep making the world a better place?